레드리2 어제 이어서 인디언 족장님 만나러 형님 어디 있죠?
They treat us like dogs.
Hello?
Come in. You don't sound very well.
네,
I'm not.
혈액입니다.
I think I'm dying.
And I hope you find peace.
I don't know too much about peace.
Apparently not. Did you have fun with my son, the impetuous prince? I believe you went on a raid with him.
I'm sorry.
I suppose I lack the grandeur of a conventional king.
I don't know too many kings.
Colonel Favors, he has already exacted some measure of revenge for the raid. 2 women were assaulted by his men.
I'm very sorry about all of this.
Yes. Sometimes the correct path, the bravest path, is the least obvious and also the gentlest. I'm a great disappointment to my son.
Your son seems to want a war.
My son thinks there is glory in death. Maybe he's right, but for me, I saw death being handed out so freely by the most foolish of men. I never could equate it with victory. Glory has come in service. Maybe. Maybe not, I don't know.
I've killed a lot of people. For a whole lot of dumb reasons. I ain't never seen much glory in it.
Well, your friend, Mr. Vanderlyn, he talks a lot. I don't know him, but my son is easily led.
I'm not sure I get you.
Perhaps we could go for a ride. I'm an old man. My whole life I have tried to bring peace.
But I ain't doing so good.
Then maybe you can take pity on my plight. Please, it won't take long. And maybe I can help you with that cough.
Sir! I'm glad I caught you, sir.
Captain Monroe, do you know my friend, Mr. Morgan?
No, sir. I don't have the pleasure.
Arthur Morgan.
It's an honor, sir.
How can I help you, Captain?
I was just in Saint Denis. I spoke with the mayor. It's not good news, I'm afraid. May I ride with you for a little?
Of course. Follow me.
So where are we going?
I want to show you a site up in the mountains that's long been sacred to me. A place for reflection and healing. What is this news, Captain Monroe?
Yes, sir. As I mentioned, I did speak again with the mayor and the Bureau of Indian Affairs in Saint Denis at length. But regrettably, it appears the oil company has already received approval to move forward with drilling on the reservation's land.
I supposed as much. So what does that mean for us now?
I'm not sure just yet. I didn't get the impression anything would be happening for a few months. I'm very sorry, sir. I did everything I could.
I know, Captain.
And I assure you I will continue to do as much as I can. Mr. Morgan, would you have time to help me at all? I would rather certain actions were taken by friends outside the tribe.
Sure, I can help.
That's good news. Thank you. Come meet me on the reservation whenever you can. Even just a couple hours of your time.
뭐고요?
Anyway, gentlemen, look out! I won't take up any more of your time. I'll see you both soon.
Sure.
Thank you, Captain.
Enjoy the ride.
We'll continue on this way. I'm going to look for some herbs to give you.
약초라. 혈액을 나올 수 있을까?
Yeah. See the wolves over there feasting on that horse? Brutality and beauty are both all around us. Yet so often we're unable to see past our own grievances. This is what I try to teach my son. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah! Go on, get out of here!
Good. There was no need to harm them.
Easy.
We can talk if you want, Mr. Morgan. But don't feel like you have to. It's a beautiful ride ahead if you need some time to think.
How much you know about Dutch?
A little. Mostly what Charles told me.
For years. He was the best man I knew. But he's been unraveling for some time now, and I ain't sure there's any going back at this point.
Sorry, hold up a moment. That'll have to wait. Some of the plants I need will be growing down here.
야. 내 병만 치유할 수 있다면 얼마든지요.
This is what I was looking for. English mace.
English mace.
Okay, let's
English
continue
mace.
on.
Now, as I was saying,
영어 철퇴?
he's been unraveling for some time now, and I ain't sure there's any going back at this point.
So why do you stay?
I'd have been dead by 18 if it wasn't for him. He never gave up on me. It ain't something that's easy to walk away from. And he's got all my money.
It sounds like you have a lot to work out in your own mind.
I don't know why he's getting involved with Eagle Flies, but the two of them together, it's gonna be a problem.
It already is. So what are you suggesting we do?
The two of them were headed for Fort Wallace when I last saw them. I'll head over there and see if I can keep things from boiling over.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Morgan.
You got no reason to thank me yet. So, conditions are that bad on the reservation?
Yes. This conflict with Colonel Favors and his regiment at Fort Wallace continues to worsen. Many of the elders are sick, and the young feel that any compromise... Wait, stop here. I want to pick some ginseng. We can talk more about this later.
저 열 많아서 인상 안 좋은. 야, 열이 많은데요.
Did good, girl.
This will combine well. Wait there. I'll put these in your saddlebag. Mix these together. They taste awful, but it'll help to keep your strength up. All right, let's go. It's not much further now.
So you was just talking about something?
Many of the elders are sick, and the young feel that any compromise is an admittance of defeat.
Yeah, compromise ain't an easy thing to learn.
I felt like that once too. I was there 20 years ago for all the fighting, and I saw where it led. But my people come to me for answers, and I have none. I cannot even guide my own son. It is hard to tell someone who is being treated unfairly not to fight back.
Dutch used to tell me that revenge was a fool's game. But now, feels like he's developed a compulsion for it.
Any action without violence is difficult, especially when my son is involved. But when the intent becomes violence, that's when the cycle begins again.
I've been in that cycle my whole life. I appreciate the herbs, but I think it's gonna take more than that. I saw a doctor and he says I'm in a pretty bad way.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's all right. I'll work something out. If I get enough money together, I can always head out west to one of those sanatoriums in California. I still got some options.
Well, I wish you all the best.
어디까지 가는 거요? 말이다.
It's just up ahead.
멋들어진 흑마나 백마나 있으면 잡고 싶은데.
What's happened? No! It can't be. No! They destroyed everything! I need to find the Chanupa. Who would do this?
예요?
Someone who wanted to enrage you.
Help me look around, please. The Chanupa is gone.
Of course. What is it?
A ceremonial pipe. There must be some clues to what happened here. It's ruined.
Sure looks like they was doing some drinking.
What reason would they have? More over here.
There's some logs here they must have used as kindling.
An empty bottle of whiskey.
Well, if they drank all that, they couldn't have gotten too far.
Yeah, well, still no sign of the Chanupa.
Whiskey. Bastards are having a party up here.
아,
Look there. Smoke.
무슨 소리 납니다.
Quick, Mr. Morgan. There's someone down there.
야, 올라가.
Do you have any binoculars?
야. 왜 버퍼링이냐?
Oh, there they are. These brave men. Some of Colonel Favor's men. They must have been the ones who did this.
Are you surprised this happened?
Not at all. But I hope we were past this.
Well, you got land they want. Land with oil.
They moved us here. They've taken everything we had. I signed 3 treaties myself, and they've broken each one. Now they've taken the last hope. Now my people are going to want a war. A war they can't win.
Not if I get it back.
Get it back?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in, get your chin up, and no one will be any the wiser.
Would you do that?
Well, you can't go, they know why you'd come.
I don't have any money.
No, I don't need your money.
갔다 오겠.
Please see if they have our sacred items. But try not to hurt anyone.
I'll try to ensure that they never even know I'm there, but actions don't always go the way you plan. What?
점프. 자. 나올 수 있을까? 있을까요? 담배대를 찾아야 되는데 어디있는지 알아야 한번 찾.
Don't like you much. You always seem like a decent enough fellow to me. Exactly. That's the problem. Monroe went to West Point. Favors never made it. Yeah, I'm sure. Engines. Just seems so silly, though. You know, who wants to fight them? Who cares? My uncle married an Indian anyway. She seemed nice enough. An Indian? Sure looked like one.
그럼 못 들어가겠는데?
Up near the Canadian border someplace. Canada? They got Indians in Canada. Is France near Canada then? No. France is near... It's near France. So it's in France. Indians is from here. Where are you from? Me? Polish. Slovak.
아니 한 명. 아. 방중. 챙겨. 가다. 챙겨. 안 싸우고 가져갈 수 있는 거 맞아? 왜 그렇게 안 보이는데? 어디 있는지는 알아야 이거 안 싸우고 가져가죠? 안에 있을. 있다.
Huh? Fellers, over here. You done for. We got an intruder.
걸림? 특별한 거지? 죽은 거 아니지? 죽었냐? 아요. 있는 줄로. 좀 이거 좀 치워봐 좀. 씨. 결핵. 건강 상태 결핵이라니. 씨. 안에 있는 거 아니지? 이 안에 있을 것 같지?
Take your hands off her.
에라이 모르겠다. 이씨. 이 새끼들. 오, 쉣. 새끼야. 이 새끼. 죽어, 이 새끼. 잠깐만. 죄송. 우와, 새끼. 뭐야? 아, 미친 동작 왜 이래? 죽었다. 어우. 라고.
You ain't leaving here alive, mister.
아야. 오. 달달 진정해. 이제 조용히 해보자. 조심. 네, 저 새끼 어디 있는 줄 알아? 저게 저 조심. 있는지 알려주고. 그런 거 아닌가? 어떻게 생긴 건지도 모르는데.
Huh? What's that?
나 봤어?
I think I saw someone. Over here.
그냥 가. 오네. 저거 굳이 오네.
Must be imagining things.
간다. 빠르지. 문제는 성물이 어디 있는지 알아야 되는데. 저 X친데 성물인가? 갑자기 질 알아버렸다. 아니네. 어디 있는? 저기 마차가 있는데. 마차에 있을까? 표정이 안 맞네. 손에서 그런가? 커피를 사와야겠네.
Hey, I heard something. Who's there? Stop it! Oh.
You're done now!
아, 걸렸어. 씨.
Put it between his...
그 와중에 걸려버렸다 또. 아. 일 준비해라.
You're up against the U.S. Army!
진짜 이 새끼가. 죽으세요. 오, 뒤에 또 있잖아. 도망가냐며? 결국 이렇게 될 것을. 모자 어디 갔냐? 모자 있다. 말들아 진정해. 별일 아니야. 흔히 있는 일이다. 진정해, 진정해. 아니야. 혼자 뒤지라고요. 에? 꽉 찼구나. 있어. 인도를. 없는. 마차 안에 있나? 자. 아, 이 괴짝 안에 있어? 아, 이걸 어떻게 몰래 가져와? 화살 책자. 사람 꼭 찾고요. 어? 이거네. 이걸 어떻게 몰래 가져와? 하나. 하세요? 어떻게 몰래 가져와요? 그건 죽여야 되는 거였어. 노. 오, 쉣. 아파. 뛰어. 이 스태미나 많아요. 안 돼. 뛰세요. 그럴 때 아니야, 아직. 그럴 수 있어.
Please tell me you found it.
해야죠, 당연히.
Here,
큰 대가를 치렀지만.
I got your things, I think.
Yes. Thank you.
I'm very sorry about this.
Even sacred things are only things. People, the heart, matter more. Was anyone hurt?
Yes,
It's a bad business. I should not have let you do this for me. But
괜찮아요.
perhaps it will
이 돌이킬
stop
수
a
없어,
bigger
난.
massacre. With these, maybe I can calm my people. Maybe I can calm my son.
I hope so.
Thank you. Take those herbs I gave you, please. And most of all, I hope you can find peace within yourself.
He's a man who, not so long ago, I would have found weak and pathetic. Now I see as wise and thoughtful and sensible. I would love to help him, or at least stop Dutch pushing his son to do something real stupid.
같이 죽이자. 스토리상 못 죽이겠지. 박수. 아, 저 들키지 않고 저거. 차라리 1분 30초 만에 해결해버릴걸. 들키지 않고 1분 30초 만에 하는 사람이 있을까?
You're all right now, girl.
자, 원로데이 AD애들 어떻게 들어가지? 원로데이한테 먼저.
Yeah.
무슨 소리야 이 짐승. 아까부터.
Damn folk don't believe it. Yeah.
Oh,
여기네.
girl, easy. Easy. Yeah. Out of the way!
It ain't the animals out for you, it's the people.
You ain't gotta tell me.
Easy. Whoa. You okay, girl?
열차 털인 나중에 해야지. 나중에 진리로 켜야지.
¡Suéltame! ¡Ayúdame!
Now, come on.
맞아. 안도. 여기 돌아왔잖아.
Mr. Morgan!
예.
Hello.
오데이.
Here I am, as promised.
Rainfall and his son have both had whack dreams.
Captain Monroe,
Of course.
Chief's going out trying to find medications. It's quite a business.
Yes.
나도
Thought
약
we were
만들어
through
먹어야
with all
되는데.
this.
Well, we are, mostly. Colonel Favors seems to think the natives have broken some promise they never made, and apparently he's punishing them by withholding vaccines sent down by the federal government.
Really?
I was supposed to oversee the administration of the vaccines. Now I hear the wagon's been diverted.
Why would he do such a thing?
To be honest, I truly don't know. They say he didn't have a very good war, so maybe he's trying to start another one.
Is that what you think?
I'm trying to find out, and he knows I'm trying to find out. He'd love to provoke me almost as much as he'd love to provoke these poor bastards.
Meaning?
Meaning that despite the fact that I think he's a horse's ass, he knows I think that. So we're just stuck here trying to make the best of things.
This is the best of things. Children dying of diseases.
No. This is awful.
Where is this wagon? Where can we find it?
I can show you. Supposed to be heading to Wapiti after coming up through Valentine, but it's been diverted south instead.
Come on, Captain Monroe.
Mr. Morgan, we must act with due caution.
Oh, we shall. We surely shall. Now come.
Come.
Okay. I think I know a spot where we should be able to intercept it.
Lead the way, Captain.
집에.
Good girl. So, this Colonel Fate, he knows you're up here helping these
Hey!
people?
Yes and no. He knows I'm here to produce a report on the situation. I was sent down from the north after all the news of unrest in the region. But I think my presence might be making things worse.
What do you mean?
I worry he's taking some of these actions more to protect himself now. He can incite more retaliation, maybe he can prove a stronger defense.
Well, like destroying that shrine.
Yes, and taking their horses. I mean, I don't know if he personally sanctioned any of this or not. This is the other problem. There's a culture now in his regiment. The rot has traveled down the trunk.
Okay. Well, just show me where to find this wagon and I'll get the medicine for you. You don't need to be involved.
Thank you, Mr. Morgan. But I must ask you, please be discreet. We really cannot afford more conflict. I'm still hoping a meeting can be arranged between Rains Falls and Colonel Favors.
I understand. So I should drop the wagon back at the reservation?
Oh, no. You only need to commandeer the vaccine. Stealing those and an army wagon will only make matters much worse.
Okay.
You know,
싹 빼와라.
Favors has many flaws, but I don't believe he's callous. More an insecure man at the end of his career trying to cling on to something that's already gone. He fought for the Union in the war, and his record was considered far from illustrious. A failed man is often the most dangerous. Yeah! All right. This is the spot I was thinking of. Let's cut up this way.
Sure.
There's a nice vantage point up at the top here. Oof.
Yeah, there's a girl.
Okay, let's dismount here. Best leave the horses back a bit. We'll have a good view over the road from this ledge.
응. 뿡.
Mr. Morgan, please. I want to show you which way we'll be coming.
The wagon should come along this way.
Okay.
You're a good man, Mr. Morgan, but I fear this task to be a fool's errand.
Well, firstly, I'm a long way from a good man. Secondly, fool's errands are my favorite kind of work.
Fair enough. In that case, I can see we shall be great friends.
May I ask you a question?
Of course.
Why don't you just tell all the folk up in Washington what kind of an idiot Colonel Favors is, and save us all a lot of bother?
Unfortunately, the government doesn't work quite like that.
If you say so.
There. I think that's the wagon.
All right. Get yourself out of here.
Just remember to keep it clean, understand me?
Don't worry, I'm as clean as they come. Not all I do is clean.
Well, good luck.
I'll meet you back at the reservation.
Try not to get yourself killed, Mr. Morgan.
No, now, I can't promise. Okay, my girl. Yep. Ah.
Come on. Hold it right there.
Whoa, you better put that down right now. We'll open fire if we have to.
Gonna need your cargo, fellas.
Are you insane?
그러길래 진작 내놓으라고 할 때 내놓으셔야지. 날 이길다고. 상자. 보도록 하시오. 해야죠. 힘기. 뭔가 이 공간을 지켜야 되는데 균형이 중요. 이게 왜 이렇게 요즘 내가 안 좋지?
Oi.
You good, girl?
입질을 좀 해봅시다. 빨간색이 뜨지? 여분에서? 입질을 안 해도 들어올까? 나는 워낙 예민한 동물이라 관리를 해줘야 됩니다.
Yep.
이래줘도 안 되네. 뭐가 문제지? 상태 볼 수 없나? 플레이어 아래 상태 청결 깨끗 감정 차 데가 없는 빨간색이 뜰까요? 알 수가 없.
That's my girl.
Captain Monroe, I got the medicine.
Oh, wonderful. That's great news, Mr. Morgan.
Yeah, well, don't worry. It didn't go too bad.
Oh, I'll have to take your word for that. We could both swing for this.
Yeah, well, I think I'm a little past caring about hanging, Monroe.
Maybe. I just hope Colonel Favors thinks he was robbed by bandits and not...
Oh, no, I'm still a bandit. There ain't no doubt about that.
Of course. Well, I better get to work. Thank you, Mr. Morgan. Bandit or not, this was a good thing. Maybe it'll get us both killed, but it had to be done.
I hope so.